To wrap up our short series on the Z, the final piece of the puzzle that we wanted to address was this old head unit that was in the car. This is obviously an aftermarket one. This actually has one of those old school flip up Fast and the Furious screens that actually never worked very well when it was in the car. So I wanted to address that, and it being 2022, I wanted to replace it with something modern, something that had more of a modern infotainment system, with the main focuses being the ability to have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So that is why I chose a budget option Atoto head unit from Amazon. It has a 10-inch screen, and Atoto is a brand that's been recommended by Speed Academy before, so I figured it was worth a try. Being that the 350Z is an early 2000 model, it meant that some of the higher trims had a navigation system that actually took place of the upper cubby that you may be familiar with. This one, obviously with the door broken off. And the lower trims, such as mine, just had that extra storage cubby. And the radio was mounted below the cubby. For me, my preference is to have my line of sight closest to the road at all times, which meant that I actually wanted to use that cubby for the radio instead. Because of that, I decided it was a perfect opportunity to 3D print a mount. So I took the profile that was from the original cubby, as well as the mounting points, and came up with this test print to make sure that it would fit in there, and as a proof of concept,
and came up with this design. I followed the curvature from the dash and adapted it to match the frame. Next up was to get it printed. After the print was done, I installed everything, and here are the results. One last piece I added was a reverse camera, as a rear visibility in classic sports car fashion is not the best.
And that concludes the work for the Z for now. The plan on the Z was always to make it more of a drivable vehicle for the time being that I can use when we're in between projects, such as working on something in the Miata, or I need an extra vehicle just in general. It's here for that. We have some plans further on down the line, but for the time being, we're going to be getting back into some custom fabrication, working on a custom trunk for my ND Miata, as well as getting back into some metal fabrication for the Datsun. So thanks for watching. If this is content you enjoy, once again, leave us a like, a comment, or if you haven't yet, subscribe. We're getting really close to that 100. It'll be very exciting if you'll be there.
The CB3 fabrication hardtops for the ND Generation Miata are now available. If you are interested in ordering a hardtop, go to cb3fabrication.com. And if you would be interested in learning how to drive on a racetrack, Tract offers driving clinics as well as providing several sessions for more experienced drivers. Go to tract.llc to learn more.